in my ratchet AC unit, you know, that I did. It's ghetto fabulous. I put duct tape around it so it'll stay.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah.
So I have been through a lot of shit. In my 27 years of living, I have been through it. So at age 22, I had a miscarriage as well as my house flooded, all within 5 months apart from each other. So that in itself was like, you know what I mean? So, you know, I'm doing good, trying to live my best life, get in a relationship for 2 years. That's over, and now I'm like, okay, I guess I could just like start living my best life. I don't know. And then life was like, no bitch, Corona, COVID-19, no honey. It's not hot girl summer for you. It's not hot girl spring. It's not hot girl winter. It's sit your ass down. I was working an 8-day stretch at work, which was tiring within itself. So I worked, God, let's see. I ended up working May 5th all the way until May 12th. And then I had a day off that Wednesday, which was the 13th of May. And then I went back to work on the 14th and I got off at 2:30. So all of May 14th, it was raining. We already knew the forecast was gonna rain. We knew it was coming, okay? But nobody expected the rain to be like how it was. It was like just constant downpour of like heavy rains. And living in southern Louisiana, if it's raining, it's flooding, y'all. Some parts of my little town was flooding, some parts wasn't. It was all from rain. Not even from a hurricane, not from anything else, but from rain, okay? I'm over here minding my own business, right? Living my best life that I could be living on a Thursday afternoon. And I go to take a bath, so I took a hot ass bubble bath with Epsom salt, maybe a bath bomb, I don't remember, but like it was just much needed after like the week that I had, right? And so I get out the tub. At this point it's still storming, okay? It's storming, it's thundering, it's lightning. And so I get out and I get dressed, I walk out of my room, right? And for some reason I went back to the bathroom. Like, I don't know why I went back to the bathroom, but like I went to the bathroom. And I'm in there with my cat Oliver. If you guys haven't seen Oliver, I showed him in my last video that I uploaded. I'll link that in the description box below. So I had little Ollie Boo in there with me. And I don't know what I was doing, but I was in the bathroom. And so, like, I'm gonna insert some pictures for you guys so you guys can kind of like see what I'm talking about, because it's gonna be hard to like describe it without showing you guys. So I am gonna insert some pictures for you. So I'm like close to my sink at one point, and I hear like this super loud like thunder, like it was big thunder, like oh shit thunder, you know? And I heard it and I was like, ooh, that sounded bad. Like I literally said that out loud. I remember saying that, and I was like, oh god. And then I go back, like I take like maybe like 1 or 2 steps back, or so I'm closest to like the bathroom door, and the bathroom door is closed at this point. And all I hear is just this loud ass like boop, and then I just felt something slam on my right leg and just slide. And I was like, what? I saw installation fall into the ground, and like I just felt pressure and just, oh my god. Like I'm at this moment, I haven't started freaking out yet because I didn't really know exactly what was going on. And so I look down and I see my cat, and he is petrified. So I like open the door, right? Again, at this point I have no idea how I got out of the bathroom. I don't know how I managed to get out from the way the tree, how the tree had kind of like had me stuck in there. I don't know, but I got out. This little guy got out. He sure did. Oh, that was a scary time, huh? Yeah. So Oliver ran straight underneath our living room couch. But at that point I had no idea where my cat was, so I had to make sure that like all the doors were closed so he wasn't running out. So at this point, like I said, I got out of the bathroom and I came straight into my bedroom, and I sat on my bed and I like kind of just was like, how do I describe it? Like, it was just so much happened at one time that like my brain couldn't catch up with what was going on. So at this point, I'm in the back of the house. My mom's in the front of the house. Thank God my mom was in the living room area, because I don't know what I would have done if something happened to her, right? So I hear my mom say, Kayla, and I'm like, do not come back here. There's a tree. And she was like, what? I said, there's a tree in my bathroom and I got hit by a tree. Instantly just sit on my bed and I call my dad and I'm just like, Dad, I got hit by a tree. And he's like, what do you mean you just got hit by a tree? And I'm like, a tree fell on our house and I got hit by a tree. And at this point, like, I didn't really know how bad like everything was on my body as well as the house. And after I called and talked to my dad, I hung up the phone and I like immediately FaceTimed one of my best friends, Jessica, and I was like, bitch, there's a tree in my bathroom. And she was like, what? And at this point, I'm like this on the phone. I'm like FaceTiming and like my hand shaking and I'm just like, you know. I flipped like the FaceTime around so she could see the tree, and she was like, what the, you know? And I was like, girl, I said, she's like, did it hit you? And I was like, did it hit me? Yes, yes it did. It literally landed on my leg. Oh my God, like, ooh. It got me here on my arm, so it like hit the whole, and it like, it kind of like catty cornered down. I'm gonna insert some pictures for you guys, but like on some of the pictures you can literally see like my blood on the tree and everything. It completely, guys, that was like one of the scariest things to ever happen to me. And I don't even think it was the tree itself that actually terrified me. I think it was the sound of like the whole commotion happening. I think that's what really, really got me. It's like, oh shit, there's a tree, but also it literally sounded like we were like falling to the ground, if that makes sense. My mom ends up calling 911, obviously, so we had a whole bunch of fire trucks, a whole bunch of paramedics at our house, and we live on a highway, so of course there's a lot of like stop and like go traffic, and of course people driving super slow because they're being nosy and wondering why all these things, you know, why all this is going on. But while that's going on, they have like search and rescues going out with boats, because other areas where I live are flooding because that's how much it rained, and the water is rising so high that like people's houses are flooding, the roads are flooding, some like roads are like blocked off saying high water and you cannot like go through it, and that's scary. Like I never thought that I would get attacked by a tree. I thought we were just gonna flood again, and I was like, you know what, there's nothing to be afraid of, because the only thing that's gonna get ruined is our vehicles, but our house is gonna be fine because our house is like 8 feet in the air, you know, so that's fine. But I never thought a fucking tree would fall on my house and a limb that couldn't make it go through my ceiling of the bathroom, land, like brush the right side of my body, land on my right leg, and just slide and get stuck in the wall. Like, what? I didn't really know that my left leg was as bad as it was. I just knew right leg gotta be bad, right? Obviously nothing is broken because I am walking. I walked out of the bathroom, I paced back and forth, I was hyperventilating, I was crying, I was just, oh. So my dad drives and rushes over here to my house to check on me, and we had like a bunch of people run to our house and check on us, and I finally like had the energy before like the ambulance people like took me. I finally had time to like kind of scope out the house and see what all got damaged. So again, in the pictures you'll see it, but our hallway has a little bit of crack in it, so if it rains we're gonna have to put a bucket there because the water's gonna like flood in our hallways. So we put a bucket. My mom's closet got completely destroyed. The biggest part of the tree fell on my mom's side of the house, so it broke our AC unit. It completely destroyed my mom's closet. It literally, like, every time you like walk in her room, you can just smell like the smell of like not mold, but like water and wood. And like it just reminds me of like it being flooded, and just knowing like it just brings back like the smell. My bathroom's completely destroyed. I can use it, like I can use the toilet if I need to, but all the electricity is cut off in the bathroom. But I can't use my tub because there's wood and insulation and tree bark in my bathtub. Definitely can't use my sink because it has like tree bark everywhere too. And our entire back porch is completely destroyed. Like when you see in the pictures, you like, I'm gonna be just like, when you see the pictures, you'll see like that night, then you'll see the next day, and then the day after, and you'll just see like how bad it is. Like it is so crazy because the tree itself was nowhere near our house. Like we have I think like 2 or 3 acres of land. I don't really know, I could be wrong. And there's like this ditch in the back that's not like a pond, but like obviously there's water in it. And so the tree was literally by the ditch, which is like 6 or 7 feet from our house. So the weather was so bad that it uprooted the tree, and then the tree collapsed onto our house. And then I guess that one branch had nowhere to go, so it just went into my bathroom, and it got me. Like I still don't understand, one, how I made it out of the bathroom. I have no idea how I got out. I have no idea how I opened the door. I don't even know. 2, I have no idea how that tree limb did not like impale me. I did not understand how it did not go through my leg. I don't understand that. Like looking at the pictures and seeing everything, I really have no idea how it didn't go through me. As fast as it came in, I'm still like mind blown by that. I'm so grateful and I'm so thankful that all I have are severe bruises and scrapes and stuff, but I am so grateful that it didn't impale me, but I still don't understand how it didn't. 3rd, I don't understand how I didn't break anything. Like as hard as that tree hit my body, I don't understand how my legs didn't get broken, or that like it just blows my mind because I think about where I was standing before I moved back, because when I heard the thunder, I was kind of like, I hunched like this, and then I walked back, and then it went so like if I was still standing where I was, would I have gotten hit? Would it have been worse? Would it actually have gone through a different part of my body? Like, I don't know. That's just so scary. If you're watching this and you're wondering why throughout the video I'm laughing or I'm giggling or kind of making a joke out of this situation, that is just how I cope. That is my coping mechanism. I kind of turn everything into a joke, or I try to laugh, or I'm just super sarcastic, because that's just my personality. I do not know how to cope with things. I just kind of push things to the back of my head and hope to God that they go away, and they don't ever go away. And then eventually they're all going to come back up at one time, and I'm going to explode and probably be put in a psych ward. You guys know, as a disclaimer, that this is just how I cope with things, to understand and to kind of let it sink in and realize that something like this happened. This was so traumatizing, like beyond traumatizing. And I don't even know, like having a miscarriage, being in a flood, and having a tree fall on your house and then attack you, they're all traumatizing, but I am super traumatized from this thing. Like, I'm just thankful that my mom's okay. I'm thankful that our house is livable. I mean, it's not really, because all we have is just tarps over the huge gaping holes in our like walls and our ceilings. But I'm just grateful that, you know, we're not living in a hotel, so that we can still be in the comfort of our own home, to feel a little normal, or to have a little bit more normality in our lives, so it doesn't feel like a tree fell in our house and almost killed me. I'm grateful to be alive. I'm thankful to be alive. I'm I'm just confused and like shocked and just like not mentally here, you know. But everything is just day by day. You have to take it day by day, and you really have to just kind of take baby steps and move forward. And that is what we plan on doing, is just to move forward with our lives. And I feel like everything happens for a reason, and everything is a test. And I don't know if I'm passing any of these tests, because I feel like if I was passing them, I would not be getting more tests. So I feel like I'm failing because I keep getting harder and harder tests to try to learn and pass, right? Everything happens for a reason. I'm thankful that my mom's okay. I'm thankful that I'm okay, besides the intense bruising on my leg. It's severely bruised. There's still some swelling. It's gonna be a long, hot minute before my legs are back to normal. And I love my legs. My legs, I don't know, the lower half of my body for me is just everything to me. I love the lower half. I love my butt. I love my legs. And I really hate that my legs got destroyed, but I'm just glad that they're not broken, that I can still walk, that I have my legs. They just gonna look a hot mess. And if you see me taking pictures or whatever, and you're like, ooh, honey, your legs though, I already know. We're just pretending that that didn't happen. And we're just gonna pretend that I have my sexy legs back, okay? Pretty much that's what happened to me. A tree landed on my house and almost killed me. So, really don't know how I'm alive. I hope you guys enjoyed this story time. I hope that you guys got a good laugh from me. I mean, I don't know. That's just how I tell stories. That's how I cope with things. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, y'all.